almost have been amusing to see how creative Mr. Janik could have become. I would bet there is no one in this courtroom today that is happier that this case will be finished than Mr. Janik. Frankly put, he's a defense attorney and has no defense. Now, I would anticipate that Mr. Janik will get up and ask the court for mercy for Gerald Wetherbee. He may tell you what a great guy he is if he doesn't drink. He may blame his parents. And who knows, we may even hear from his parents' shoulder the blame for what Gerald has become. I ask you to disregard these pleas on his behalf, Your Honor. We have waited over a year now for this moment, and a big moment it is. We buried 2 family members and continue to aid our maimed. Our hearts are broken, and no, sending Gerald Wetherbee to prison isn't going to stop our pain, but it will put this saga behind us, and we will know we did our part to protect others from Gerald Wetherbee. He is a menace to society, and I ask you to protect us from him. You know, Your Honor, when we were in court last, Gerald Wetherbee pled to the charges, you said something that frankly brought a smile to my face. You calmly looked at him and explained that you would be mandated to suspend his driving privileges for life as a result of this plea. I understand it's something that you must do, Your Honor, but I do find humor in it. If Gerald Wetherbee were released today, or if he's released in 36 years, he would seek the companionship of anyone with a vehicle, and he'd be off drinking, driving, and flipping us all off again as he gleefully sped down the highway. And looking at his record, no one can conclude anything else. Your Honor, I hope you have noticed the photo boards I placed before you. It was difficult to select photos that might show you the severity of this crash, the extent of injuries caused, and to let you have an inside look at the beauty of Tammy, Tom, Danielle, and Tommy. The person that killed Tammy and Tommy, and the person that permanently disabled my son and granddaughter. The person that has caused a lifetime of devastation to 2 families, to the entire Midview community, Gerald Wetherbee. You see, Your Honor, he has been given a free pass his entire criminal life. His pattern is simple. Commit the crime, get the free lawyer, wait it out. As a society, we protect our young. Hence, I cannot speak to the history before his 18th birthday, but since that time, he's exhibited a career in crime, showing no respect for the law, his family, his children, or any judicial bodies he's appeared before. Rehabilitation is not an option for Gerald Wetherbee.
And the media to know that he is not a monster. He is a flawed human being. A flawed human being who woke up on June 11, 2011 without any intention of harming, let alone killing anyone. He did make poor decisions that day, Your Honor. He made a poor decision to drink, and an even worse decision to drive, which resulted in these tragic consequences.
Mr. Wetherbee, you have a right to speak now. What would you like to add to Attorney Janik's remarks?
I know I made a lot of mistakes in life, and I know this is the worst thing I've ever done. And I think about it every day. I know there's nothing I can say or do that's ever going to change. And there's only one way. I can only just say sorry. Because I don't know what else I could ever do. I made a lot of mistakes and hurt a lot of people. Most of my life. Never intentionally. I don't know, I'm sorry. I'm here, and I apologize.
All right, thank you, Mr. Wetherbee. If I could put myself in his position, because we're of the same vintage, it should be easy. I'm a husband and a father and a grandfather. But I can't do it because I was never the grandfather that Tom Tomasheski is. I was never the husband. I'm not the grandfather he is. I'm not as good.
It's not too late, huh?
I don't know. Most of us don't come out of the closet of heroes at 65. And I don't often see families that I consider dysfunctional, this loving, and this close. Find it. As far as suffering tragedy, for me it's been like the tie I got for Christmas. Something of that nature. No tragedies. Your sin was this. Like me, you are an alcoholic. And when you picked up that first drink, you knew what was going to happen. If I were to stop at lunch and take a drink, when I went home, nobody on the road would be safe. And I know it. The sin that we commit is taking that first drink, knowing that we could easily do something like this. My beliefs are that for the rest of your life, if you don't do something good for someone every day, there'll be a big problem later on. Nobody ever likes the sentences I impose. Nobody's going to like this one. It's a very difficult thing. Each side knows the right answer. Each side knows what's appropriate. And to that extent, they're way ahead of me. But I must protect the public. I noted in the pre-sentence report, Mr. Wetherbee, that at your young age you have contracted emphysema. I can tell you then that the likelihood of you finishing this sentence is not good. That being said, taking into account the remarks of those who spoke today, the allocution of the defendant and Attorney Janik, and remarks of the state of Ohio, it will be the judgment of law and sentence of the court on count 1, aggravated vehicular homicide, 10 years, Lorraine Correctional Institute. Count 2, aggravated vehicular homicide, 10 years, Lorraine Correctional Institute. The court finds, pursuant to the agreement of the parties, that counts 3 and 4 are allied offenses of counts 1 and 2. Those convictions will be merged. Count 5, aggravated vehicular assault, 7 years. Count 6, aggravated vehicular assault, 7 years. Counts 7 and 8, the parties have agreed, are offenses allied with counts 5 and 6. Those sentences will be merged. Count 9, driving under suspension, 180 days at the Lorraine Correctional Institute. Count 10, operating a motor vehicle under the influence of alcohol, 180 days, Lorraine